Who would have thought that a random collaboration between The Simpsons and Fortnite will produce such goddamn pick? The new Fortnite season just dropped, and after a pretty fun but overall underwhelming season and a pretty good slash great Fortnitemares, we directly jumping to a mini season all about The Simpsons. Bars. I don't know what crack
Crack.
cocaine the Fortnite development team smoked that they decide to go absolute ham this season, but they need to do more of it because this is honestly great. Listen, I'm not even a big Simpsons guy. I was raised in a Family
Oh
Guy
my god.
household, and my general knowledge about The Simpsons really comes from the real Jim's videos. And I have to say that what the development team did here is nothing short of impressive. I genuinely haven't had this much of a blast in Fortnite in a while. The absolute detail and love and attention they put in this season, from the small minute things to the absolute big changes, feels crafted out of passion and love for the source material. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. I just imagine if they take this attention and care to a collaboration that I care more about, like SpongeBob or something, then I might like actually implode. Anyway, here are reasons why this mini season is genuinely peak. The big obvious stampy shaped thing you'd notice this season is the visuals. Going to a great detail and cell shading the entire Springfield map easily makes this the most unique looking Battle Royale map to date. I genuinely don't have anything else to say but just how great it looks and fits the Simpsons animation style. Fortnite usually translates 2D animation to their game pretty well, ever since with Rick Sanchez, so this shouldn't really come off as a surprise how good this looks. The best way I could describe it is if you take the normal Fortnite map and you just have a resource pack that makes everything look cel shaded. And I mean this in the best way possible. I just can't think of a good way to compare it with. Anyways, the visuals won't matter if the map itself isn't fun to play with. So let's get on with that. Damn. This map of the Springfield Island gotta be one of the best maps that I played. It is indeed smaller than the standard Battle Royale map, but not as small as the standard Reload map. But even with the obvious size difference, in my opinion, I couldn't even really tell the difference of it being that noticeably drastic. There's a couple of factors here. Firstly, the way that the developers compensate the smaller map with the much more densely filled point of interest, like the Evergreen Terrace and Springfield Town Square. I can't say this enough. The detail and effort they put onto all of the POIs with Easter eggs and shit to do makes it feel so much more bigger than it really is. Secondly, it is a new map, so the feeling of being an overall smaller location just still hasn't hit yet because I still haven't seen everything that there is to do. With the overall smaller map, they also cut down the overall players from the standard 100 to 75, around 1/4 difference, which that 75 feeling really more like 50 because of the overall map being so much smaller. Almost every spot you land in, there's a good chance someone is already there. And that 50 can, in the blink of an eye, gets lowered down by another half, feeling and being so much more fast-paced. I look at my winning game, and it apparently took me 16 minutes to complete, which is indeed significantly shorter than your average Battle Royale game, which goes around 20 minutes or more, but doesn't really feel as fast as it is when you're playing. Another good contributor to that overall faster pace of the game is the loot. From looking at Reddit threads and YouTube comments about this season, the most common complaint I've seen is the loot. I honestly really personally fuck with it, mainly cause it is mostly just rehash of already good weapons from the past that I'm already familiar with, like the good old tactical shotgun and the SCAR. With some few new additions like Mr. Blasty, which I love, and Krusty Burger. Yeah, from looking at this, it is indeed very sweat oriented. I can see why a lot would feel bored or just feel frustrated fighting with the same meta weapons that has been used and proven for years now without really introducing any new and really different weapons. I'm sure they will probably maybe add more weapons in the coming weeks, I hope, but if I have to complain something about it, I wish they just added the makeup gun.
That shit look like the battle pass.
Debatably, the most important part of a new season, at least for me, is the new battle pass. And with this being a mini chapter, you only need to get to around level 50 to get the main and around like 75 to get the rest of the bonus rewards with less than a month's time. Which, as a person who has a life and goes to college, is kinda steep timing, but I should really expected that. I don't like these two designs. I mean, I get it. It is kind of cute to combine Blinky with fish stick and banana with yellow show, but I just don't think they translate all too well as they could have. Fortunately, though, that's the only complaint I can give. I think the actual Simpsons character are genuinely perfect. I only got Marge right now, but she is pretty much perfect and one-to-one as you could possibly have with the show. I think it is kinda interesting that they made Homer the last character to unlock though. You'd expect him to be like the first skin you unlock, but no. And with Flanders being the trifecta Simpson character you'd unlock in the Battle Pass, I think they kinda nailed it. Having no Bart and Lisa sucks, but makes sense why they're keeping them as store-only items. Same with Moe and Krusty. The alt costume being Halloween oriented makes sense, cause by the time I'm writing this and the season dropped, Halloween was like 2 days ago. And W Stupid Sexy Flanders. Okay, so pets, or more specifically, sidekicks, is the new monetization money making scheme that Epic cooked up with. I'm kinda neutral to it. When I saw it in the trailer, I kinda don't really have anything to say about it. But now that I have it, I still really don't have anything else to say about it. Like, yeah, I do like customization, but it does kind of feel pointless to permanently lock off to customizing it again. Like, why is that? But truthfully, I just don't really care about it. Like, you and your teammate is the only one who can see it. And in the actual game, I forget like 75% of the time that I even have the damn thing on. I don't know. We'll see in the future what other thing they could possibly do with it.
I am evil Homer! I am evil Homer!
I like Nelson showing up and laughing when you kill a boss. The BP medal is a pink frosted donut. This battle bus opening will never get old and is possibly the best I've ever seen. Also, side note, just a thing for me specifically, but I like now how we can play animated or just cel shaded characters in general and don't stick out like a sore thumb. I just find it neat. And lastly, where's the Marge crumping emote? The closest thing we have is like the deep dab. Honestly, man, I think the trailer sold this season short. When I watched it, I was excited for it, but really in a way, just excited for a new map and battle pass. And I thought to myself that even if this season did suck, at least it'll only last a month. But now, I wish it got more than that. When I usually play the new season of Fortnite, I just hop on for like a few games or two and see the weapons and gimmicks they have and leave after like 3 or 4 games. But this one, not only I played till I was level 9, but I literally made an entire video glazing about it. So, yeah, this shit kinda big. But again, this is coming from a guy who semi regularly plays and grinds Fortnite, so don't take anything away from this video, like anything at all. Send me a carrier pigeon of what you think about this mini season so far. And anyway, uh, yeah, check this surprisingly good track jam I accidentally created.